We're here with Michael Dorr, and we're talking direct mail marketing and really timing of getting the campaign out, because a lot has to happen from the time you're looking at your piece on your computer that you're designing until I'm looking at it in my living room after having carried it in from my mailbox.
Hopefully you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I like to tell people is 2 to 3 days for printing, 2 to 3 days for mailing, and then it goes to the post office. And then once it's at the post office, it's kind of out of our hands.
Yeah,
even though
sure.
I'm the one that gets yelled at or gets called, and then I have to try to call my contacts there to see what's going on. But so like for, say, the political aspect, if you're mailing something and you want it there by a certain date, you have to at least give 5 to 7 days for print and mailing portion, and then it goes to the post office. And if it's political, we're going to red tag it, but everything that you do political is still going to be standard mail. Well, standard mail, I don't like to tell this to people, with the USPS, they have 14 days to deliver it.
What?
So once we drop it off, usually at the Orange Avenue, BMU, when we drop it off there, they can sit on that legally for 14 days.
The Pony Express could get there quicker.
Exactly. Well, so when I say 5 to 7 days, and then let's say for standard, if it's red tagged, it should be 3 to 5 mailing days. If it's standard, you're looking at anywhere from like 5 to 14 days. First class should be about 3 to 5 as well. And then if it's nonprofit, you're kind of at the bottom.
Wow. And if you're saying it could be 14 days, shouldn't you just go ahead and plan 14 days into your schedule?
Well, yes, you should, but nobody's ever doing that. That's not the way of the world. Everybody's too busy. You can just post on Facebook or
So for those folks, you're 3 weeks out that you should be delivering the art to you guys.
Yes.
To get it printed, get it to the the post office, and the post office can do whatever they do for.
Yes. So that's the timing that I would say for standard. Obviously, it's a little bit shorter if you're doing first class, but first class is a lot more expensive. So you just have to be aware of that. And you should, if you're trying to get something in people's hands by November 1st, you should be thinking about it maybe in September.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's just, people are just so used to the Amazon stuff of the world where it comes next day, they order it and they're looking out the window, and it's like it takes time. And once it goes to USPS, we don't have any say. So be prepared, be early, get your act together, get us the art early, and then everything should be fine. And I would also say, if you know that it is during a very contested time, I would say before a primary or before the general election, where the post office isn't bringing in double the amount of workers. If they're getting quadruple the amount of mail coming in, it's going to slow down and clog the system up, and it's going to take longer for stuff to get to your house. So you have to plan accordingly and know that you can't just say, well, I want it there the day before the election and stuff like that. It's probably not going to happen. So just be earlier than you think you need to be, and be ready. Get us the art, give us an okay, and then we'll go from there. It's just too many times people are upset because things aren't making it to the households. But most of the time, there's just so much of a window there when it gets to USPS that it's hard to time 100%.
Yeah, it's so get started now. Whatever it is you got coming up, maybe it's going to be a year from now. Start thinking about what you're going to do, but at least 3 weeks if it's going to be at least. And then as you said, you got to start thinking about what you're going to put on that. Okay,
I'd say 2 to 3 weeks. I hate to say that because I want people to come to us even if it's last minute, because I want the business, and I think we can accomplish it. Most of the time, it works out.
But you're not delivering the mail yourself, so it's not your pony, so you can't control that. So.
Exactly.
Anyway, hey, thanks a lot for watching, and thanks a lot for sharing, Michael.
Yep.